Okay, now let us talk about this earthquake that affected the Caribbean island of Haiti. Now, it happened the 12th of January 2010. Now, this earthquake measured 7.0. Now, fast forward to January 28, 2020, and an earthquake measuring 7.7 strike off the coast of Jamaica. Now, the countries that were affected was Jamaica, Cuba, and the Cayman Islands. Now, I do believe that this earthquake was meant for Jamaica, because had it been for Cuba, and Cuba was devastated, Cuba will not allow anyone to come into their country to help rebuild in any shape or form. It doesn't matter how devastated the earthquake might have been, Cuba will not allow this to happen. But an earthquake is the perfect excuse to get into a country so that you can smuggle their children out. You will come there under the guise that you're there to help, but you're only there to steal their children. Also, in January, on January 26th, it was the death of Kobe Bryant. Notice the date. So, when Kobe Bryant died, it was all in the news. So the earthquake that happened off the coast in Jamaica, that went under the radar. There wasn't much talk about this earthquake. And people need to understand that this is not an act of God. Right? God did not create these devastating earthquakes to leave children homeless and without their parents. No, we've heard rumors about machines that they can use to cause earthquakes, storms, hurricanes, and all sort. These are the machines that they use to start this climate change propaganda, telling people that they need to cut back. But we have an article here, and you can go and look it up from Fox News, where Hugo Chavez is eating out against the US, stating that they have a weapon that they can use to cause earthquake. Right? So the weather that we're experiencing, that they're telling you is climate change, is not natural. And we have a world leader, even though he has passed on, now he's dead, that is telling us that they have a machine. Now, people, if the fish come from the sea and tell you that the sea is salt, you need to believe. Exercise critical thinking and go and do your research. Why would the US use a weapon against a country that is as poor as Haiti? Why? Why is it so important to devastate Haiti like they have done? Ask yourself that question. No, we have an answer. Haiti had its earthquake the 12th of January, and on the 28th of January 2010, CNN reporter Christiana Amanpour was doing an interview with the then Prime Minister Jean-Max Belvier. Hope I got it right. You can go look him up. And he is stating that the children are going missing. So an earthquake was put in place so that various agencies and people could flood into Haiti under the guise that they are helping these people, and then they are stealing these children. They are going into sex trafficking rings. They have been using for organs. Now let me read a quote from this man. There is organ trafficking for children and other persons also, because they need all types of organs. What is going on? Go look the story up. And we need to also understand that the people of Haiti, they are not just black illiterate people who believe in voodoo, mysticism, and do not worship the Most High. This gentleman, Napoleon, I'll be doing much more about Haiti and what this means. Napoleon was on his own New World Order back then. Haiti, while everyone was enslaved, everyone was in chain, Haiti was a free country. A matter of fact, the entire Hispaniola was free. And it is a dangerous symbol for people to believe that they can beat any system. Any satanic system that is going to come about, people must not have the confidence or the belief that they can beat it. And when Haiti did this to Napoleon, it was very upsetting. And that is why the West continue to have their foot in such a poor country. They've got their foot in Haiti's throat because they cannot afford for them to breathe or move, because they do not want Haiti to defy them like they did in the past. Right? Haiti and the people of Haiti were free people while everybody was in chain. So while everyone of you who think you're not going to bow before the beast, who think you're not going to take the mark of the beast, you need to find out the past and understand why these people are setting up nests in Haiti, Jamaica, and other various Caribbean islands, because they need these people to be subdued. These people they need to be tamed, because this new world order is coming in and everybody must bow. And Haiti is a very dangerous country, and we say glory be to the Most High in these troubles.